Till I die, y'all.
We gon' testify.
There go.
Killing that run uncut till the day I die. Till the day I die. Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe. Cowboys Nation on a mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that CCC, classy Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
Get your popcorn ready as we talk about ball. Angry Cowboys fan podcast, and it's on.
Get your popcorn ready as we talk about all Angry Cowboys fan podcast, and it's on. And it's on. And it's on.
I mean, for real. I mean, for real. Real talk. We got to go through this at the beginning of the whole live. You got everything skipping and stuff. Look at this. Look at this. What is going on, man? Let me go ahead and clear some stuff off my desktop. Internet working slower than I don't know what. So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing in Cowboys Nation? How my angry Cowboys family doing? We chilling over here. Don't know what's going on with my computer, but if I got to, Cowboys Nation, we will restart. Let me see what's happening. Can y'all see me? Are we good? Y'all let me know. I'm canceling stuff out as we speak. Y'all let me know if we good. Turn all this off. Turn all this off. Damn, what the Y'all let me know if we good, man. Are we having some technical difficulties? See, but the thing is, the thing is that I'm not even running on OBS right now. I'm running on an internet-based thing, Restream Studios. So I think that's what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the deal is. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the angry Cowboys fan. And first and foremost, before I say what's up to everybody, I have to say this. I want to give a shout out to Miss Sadika Charles. I'm not going to get all the way into her business. All I know is that she needs the Angry Cowboys family, their prayers, their condolences and everything during this rough time. I'm not going to get into all of her business. I will leave that to her for her to do, to fill everybody in. But all I'm saying is that you're in my heart, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts, Miss Adika. Hey, every time she come in the chat, she would put, "Hey, Angry," shake my head. And at first it did annoy me, but at the same time, I started to love it. But Miss Adika, you were in my thoughts, you were in my prayers, you and your family, all right? But okay, let's go ahead and put this overlay on the screen real quick so we can show who is rocking. Sin Spin in the building. What's going on with you? Tricks in the house. Otis, what's going on with you? Jeremy in the house. The Basement Boys is here. Rob is here. Darian's here. T-Jack, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? The day one's up in here chilling. All right, Cowboys Nation, this is one thing that I wanted to do because the last time that I went live, I didn't bring anybody up, to spit their raw and uncut and everything. So this time, I want to put the link in the chat. The actual link is pinned up on the top. It's pinned up on the top. So if y'all want to come, what's up, man? Yo, guys, that's my brother right there. That's my brother. Like, that's my brother Sin right there. But if anybody wants to join the live and give your raw and uncut on some things that we talk about, ain't gonna keep you too long, but you can definitely do so. All right. So once again, I am going to throw the link. Oh no. E Money Bentley already done came up in here. Already came up here talking about go birds. What's going on, E-Money? I appreciate your view and you coming in here. But let's leave the trolling to a minimum. We talk about classy football stuff. You know what I'm saying? So here go the link right here, the restream link. If you want to come up, remember, if you come up, I need to see your face. I need to have a conversation with somebody. I don't want to have a conversation with a letter. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, if you can show your face whenever you come up, that would be great. If not, you might stay in the back of the studio, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, there's a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and y'all know the first thing I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all know the first thing that I want to talk to y'all about. What's going on with FS1 over there? I'm just saying, what's going on with FS1? I mean, oh yes, it's Spin. Whenever you see the hate, you know what to do. But anyway, yeah, man, what's going on with FS1? All this ass talk, these players are trash talk and stuff like that. I mean, Emmanuel Acho said it best pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing that. If you were that good, you wouldn't have got canceled. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Dak Delusional in the building. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? He said, I'm here till I get blocked. Lord have mercy. Ice Cold Cowboy in the building. What's going on with you? What is going on with you? Roy Pleasant's in the building. What's up? Yeah. Definitely consider Miss Adika prayed over. Yes, we got you in our hearts, Miss Adika. We are thinking about you. And yo, if you need somebody to grieve with, I'm in the process of grieving as well. So we can bounce off each other. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up in my DMs if you on X or if you're on Facebook. Hit me up in my DMs. I got you, Miss Adika. Real talk. Because you had me. You know what I'm saying? All you guys had me. And you continue to have me as I go through this process, Oh, yeah, we're going to put him in timeout. But I don't mean to dance on anybody's grave. Let's not get it twisted. I don't mean to dance on anybody's grave. I don't mean to laugh at anybody's misfortunes. It sucks when somebody, loses a job. But at the same time, it's like, well, maybe you could take this opportunity and learn from it. Because one of the issues was the ratings. One of the issues was the ratings, saying that their show wasn't doing too good in ratings and everything. You got the Dallas Cowboys, and y'all talked about the Dallas Cowboys at nauseum. You talked about them at nauseum, and you still couldn't get the ratings. So what does that mean? I mean, I know if the roles were reversed, and y'all were up there talking about the Dallas Cowboys and how the Dallas Cowboys had these great teams, but the quarterback couldn't get it done, y'all will be blasting the quarterback right now. So we switch sides, the role reversal. The studio gives y'all everything. FS1 gives y'all everything to work with. The Dallas Cowboys give y'all stories to talk about, and yet and still, here you are, severance pay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't a mod yet? You ain't a mod yet, Basement Boys? My bad. My bad. I think HoodieKush is a mod, though. I will go through and check out the Basement Boys and, get you up on there. Affectionate Lacrosse is in the building. What's going on? Now, how do you Jakendrick? Hey, that's the first time I've ever seen that name. That's what's up. Jakendrick Williams in the building. What's going on with you? Hopefully Malika Andrews gets fired next. I'm not hoping. I'm not hoping on anybody to lose their job. Real talk. I ain't a hater like that. That's like somebody hoping, oh man, I hope the angry Cowboys fan fold. I hope his whole channel get blown up. You know, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, check yourself before you ended up wrecking yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know I dated myself with that whole reference, but just check yourself, man. People complain for a reason. There's a lot of people that complain for a reason. And it wasn't just Cowboys fans that was complaining about the facility, complaining about Emmanuel Acho or Shady McCoy's takes on certain individuals, certain teams. It was a number of people in those comment sections. It was a number of people when I would go and look at a Cowboys segment, to get stuff for myself. Um, Dang boy, this seems like it's lagging like a mug. What is going on? Y'all, am I lagging on y'all side? Y'all let me know if I'm lagging on your side, because it's lagging like crazy over here. And if I gotta restart the stream, then I gotta restart the stream. It is what it is. But and hopefully you ladies and gentlemen come back. But yeah, for some reason I'm lagging like a mug over here. Dang, it done made me forget what. But anyway, that's what I talk about. That's why I like Mina Kimes so much. That's why I like Mina Kimes, because she has her takes, and her takes are her takes. Her takes are her takes. No matter what, no matter if you like it or not, her takes are her takes. They're not brought by the studio. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good, because it's lagging over here. That it's annoying the shit out of me. But anyway, like, we asked several times, like, yo, leave your emotions at the door. Leave your emotions at the door when you're talking about any of them. All right, Jeremy. Yeah, they had enough. They had enough after that KD take. I didn't see the KD take though. I didn't see the KD take, but I'm pretty sure, like, if it was negative, KD probably outed him, and that's a thing about KD. I know he do that with Skip Bayless a lot. You know, Skip Bayless over there trying to glorify, trying to glaze him and stuff. He like, man, get off my junk, man. Real talk. You ain't a fan. You a hater. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a fan. You a hater. But turn on my hotspot. I shouldn't need no hotspot. I shouldn't need no hotspot when I got internet connection that I'm paying over $100 a month for. Oh, we got two people in the building. We got two people in the. Here we go. Well, we got one person in the building. HoodieKush in the building. What's going on with you, bruh? Uh-oh. We both stalled out.
What's up, my? How you?
Man, we hanging in there. Oh, you done brought the baby on, bro. Hopefully I don't get demonetized. It's 18 and over. I can hear you now.
No, it's daddy duties.
I feel
Daddy
you.
duties. That's all.
I feel you.
Job's never done.
I feel you.
But what's the deal with you, man?
So man, ain't nothing, man. I see the Basement Boys is gaining traction. The Basement Boys is gaining subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the Basement Boys, I highly suggest that you please go do so. Go do so. Support this young man in his
I
content creation
appreciate you.
endeavors and journeys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how's it going over there? How's the numbers and everything?
I
You liking it?
appreciate you. I appreciate. Yeah, man. I'm having some minor difficulties here. I'm making it work the best way I can there. What I'm saying, and then, with little people, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
I know you editors and condolences out to Sadiq and Charles. Even the same to you, bro. I understand what everybody's going through. I don't know what's up.
Yeah.
I don't be acting up too. I don't know.
Is that your end or is that my end?
Seriously.
Is that your end or is
I
that my
don't
end?
know if
Because
it's
we over
my
here.
end or yours. I'm not sure. I'll hop out and I'll come back in.
All right. Yeah. Yo, chat, y'all let me know if I'm over here glitching. Please let me know, because here, let me try and take you out and bring you back here real quick. All right. All right, let's see. We good? Nope. You froze there like a mugshot. Yo. Oh man. Hey, yeah, yo, Kush, it's his end. Okay, it's his end. Yo, Kush, drop back in and press the link. All right, drop back in, press the link, Kush, because I think your Xfinity's messing up. Either that, what you got, Spectrum down there? Yeah, they messing up, man. But but like I said, I got the link up there if y'all want to talk. If y'all want to talk, let's see. Where do you think Acho, Joy Taylor, and Shady McCoy will end up next? See, I think Acho's gonna get a job. Acho, he's gonna get a job. That man, he's company man to the fullest. Like, real talk. Ever since he even debuted on Speak for Yourself or Speak, like, bro was a company man. And where I think he's gonna go, he might end up going to ESPN. Damn. Yeah, he might end up going to ESPN. I wouldn't doubt that. But as far as like LaShawn Shady McCoy, he might join us here. He might join us on social media, on YouTube, continuing his podcast and everything like that. Joy Taylor will probably do the same, because I don't think any type of 3 or 4 letter networks is going to want to touch her with a 10-foot pole. It sucks for Chase Daniel and James Jones, because they're knowledgeable football players that could could make a dent in this football analysis, but they unfortunately got caught up with the wrong people, if you feel what I'm saying. But hopefully they get another job. I don't know if they completely flat out like X'd them from FS1, but hopefully they could get jobs. Who else? Craig Carton. I heard that his whole ratings sucked and they didn't want to bring him back, but they did bring him back. Let's just go ahead and bring him back, and bam, here he is. But they got Colin Cowherd still. I'm good with first things first. I'm good with that, but we still got to deal with Colin Cowherd. But it is what it is, Cowboys Nation. I truly appreciate everybody coming in, and being in the chat and everything. Oh no. Ice Cold Cowboy said that Joy gonna be on OnlyFans. I might have to be a member. I'm just saying. No, I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you. Man, I ain't made an OnlyFans account and I don't think I ever will, but Joy Taylor is enticing. But anyway, yeah. Otis, that's what I think. Shady will get his own podcast. Shady will get his own podcast. But as far as like network wise, he was so green. And what you saw on Speak and the facility, you saw him bring his emotions to the set. And for a little time, it may itch that little, it may scratch that little itch that you have, but over time it gets played out. So I don't know if any other network's gonna want to touch him either. All right, Hoodie. Let's see. All right, you okay? Good.
Yeah, I had to switch computers. I had to switch computers.
I about to say you got right next to the modem, huh?
Yeah. Now, something up with the one PC that I have. What in the world is that?
What in the world is what?
That's what that was. I got it. I handled it. Yeah, no, some with my one laptop that I have, it's not performing the way I want it to. So I might have to add some more RAM to it or something. You know what I'm saying? Do some more technical shit. Yeah. But all is well, man. I don't know if everybody caught me earlier when I said it, but I want to send prayers and condolences out to Sadiqa Charles. We're not going to get into the exact particulars. Same thing with you, Angry. I mean, we all lose somebody, so to say that we don't understand would be a lie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand how it is. And the grieving process is a long one, depending on who you are. You know what I mean? So, my prayers and condolences go out to both of you. And yeah, I'm just happy to be on with you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, man. It's like, when it rains, it pours, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And like, bro, it even got down. I gotta give I gotta give a little shout out to the family dog, Zaya. We just lost her yesterday.
Oh,
So
man.
we'll see in heaven, Zaya, and hopefully Rick is playing fetch with you right now.
For
But
sure.
but man, what do you think about this FS1 situation? Like, is it karma?
So I'm going to be honest. I've never been one to feel good about someone losing their livelihood.
Right.
But let's be honest. They weren't doing anybody any good. they weren't. I mean, Acho, I understand why he would be the host of the show. He has a presence about him. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He has a presence about him. He's very articulate. He understands how to run a show. You know what I'm saying? So I could see him moving further than, say, a James Jones, you know what I'm saying, or Ninja Turtle Shane McCoy. So, I mean, I don't fucking we being real here. Shady deserves it. I'm sorry. Like, karma, yes. Yes, it's karma. Because all you do is spew the most, albeit creatively negative shit that you can about the bull. And like, it's borderline not about football.
Right.
When they talk about him, it's borderline not about football. They act like this dude isn't the Walter Payton Man of the Year. You know what I'm saying? They act like this dude, again, I don't think anybody knows it. Father and son or generation to generation, those dudes, they did a show the other night and, asked about it. But most of y'all probably don't know who bailed Cavante Turpin out. Dak Prescott did. After church. Directly after church.
Yep.
Like, so when I'm not going to go as far as James Jones, because if you're complicit, bro. Like, and he was complicit in it. Because remember when he first started on the show, it wasn't like, it didn't seem like it was scripted. It seemed like he stood on what he was saying. Just like Turtle McCoy, he probably stood on it. He stands on what he says. He means that because he's an Eagle. You know what I'm saying? So he means that. That's how you know that rivalry is real. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that back in the early 2000s, the 90s, early 2000s, that shit was real, bro. Now, maybe not. But back then, yeah, the rivalry was real.
See, I don't know if the rivalry is real or if it's like, you chilling at the barbecue and everything, but you have this one fly that just won't leave you alone. It's like you ain't clocking, you ain't checking for the fly. You ain't looking like, oh man, let me go get this fly. You just chilling, and all of a sudden this fly land on your ears. Like, damn, get the hell away from me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all you want is peace.
That is the rivalry right there.
Okay.
That is the rivalry. The Eagles fans always chirping in your ear, always, we better than you. And this is one thing that I tried to tell an Eagles fan is like, God, you out here looking for validation. That's what you're doing. You're out here saying, yo, we're good. We're good. Aren't we good? Aren't we good? We're better than this team. We're better than this team. Are we good? Bro.
This is what makes Michael Jordan the greatest of all time. His words, not mine.
Like,
I never really cared about being viewed as the greatest of all time or a champion. A GOAT does not have to call himself a GOAT. I don't have to tell you I'm the best in the league or the best in the world, the best who ever did it, because you already know it.
You already know.
It's just like this common question I keep seeing on X, Facebook. Is the Cowboys still America's team? Is this a question? Y'all gave us this moniker.
Right.
We didn't ask for it.
And the thing is they gave it to us after a losing season. We didn't win the Super Bowl and then get America's team mantra.
No, we didn't.
Man.
Like, so it's unfortunate. I don't want to see anybody lose their job, especially in this economy. But let's be honest, these guys were making an exorbitant amount of money, just like they came from a career where they were making an exorbitant amount of money. So it's not like they're starving. Okay, right. They're not choosing whether to get top sirloin or filet mignon. You know what I'm saying? They can still get what they want. You know what I'm saying? So does it suck? Because it's not just now when you dive into the take the faces out of it, take those four faces out of it, the James Jones, the Chase and all, take them out of it. There's cameramen, stage workers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that sucks. That's the part that sucks, because of your inability to create the viewership for a great show. You cost not just you cost your entire department. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of them may still be retained, like the executives and all that. That's something different. But we're talking about the little guy, the us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. The us is who work in that realm. So it sucks. It sucks for the little people. I'm elated that Shady's off TV. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for Skip Bayless's internet to go out, and never come back. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see Stephen A. just lose his voice for about 6 to 7 months during the football season. I mean, it would be great. It would be great. I'm not wishing that he never talks again. No. Just just for
Okay. I'm on it I don't wish that type of stuff, but what I do wish is that they would educate us. That they would educate the typical NFL fan. Mm-hmm. That's the experience that I want to see. When I tune into your show, I want to get educated. I want to come away with something that I didn't know before. Mm-hmm. And when I would tune into ESPN or FS1 or whatever, it would just be like, okay, bash, hold up a quarterback that ain't even done anything in the league, bash. And because I look at this top 10 quarterbacks list, and I'd have to pull it up, but I think they had Justin Herbert at 7, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, what is it that you guys are waiting on with this young man to have him at 7? What are you waiting on for him to do?
Okay. All right. So I have my theories about these rankings and these lists, right? I have my theories. I'm not, when I look at these lists, I'm like, what? over Dak Prescott. I feel you. I'm right there with you. But if we're looking at 2024,
Yeah.
okay, because normally their lists are from the previous season, right? So
Mhm.
that's how I'm trying to take my fan out of it and put on my analyst hat. Like,
Right.
all right, so we're talking about 2024 because there's absolutely no fucking way. Like, just what? Baker Mate? What are you? Okay, all right. So again, 2024. Now, the
Right.
reason why I say that is because if you look at the list of the top 10 linebackers, who's at number 8?
The Marvin and Overshown. We were going to talk about that.
So that's why I'm going off of last year. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Right.
didn't have him on the list in 20 and 24 from 23. Because remember, he didn't last that long. He was
Right.
injured, came in, and that was it. So yeah, I'm trying to keep an open mind when I start seeing some of these things. Yeah, my fan still gets in the way. I am a Cowboy through and through. Okay, but my fan still gets in the way. I'm still trying to learn how to, especially if I'm going to be in this arena with you guys, I want to be able to have an open mind. So it's like, all right, no, this is where the problem is, and it's with this person and the lack of, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to give the criticism when it's warranted and give the praise when it's necessary.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean, let's be honest. Now we've seen Dak go. We've seen Dak start the first 8 games 3-5, but we also went 12-5 those same
Right.
seasons. Just saying. So we've seen that. Dak was at 3-5 when he went out on injury. Cooper Rush comes in. That's not to say if Dak never gets injured, we were still going to have a horrible season. What that tells me is if Dak's in there, we have an opportunity to have a better season than what we had. So, like, I'm looking at the fact that he missed 11 games. He missed he missed like 10 games. I think he missed like 10. Dak,
What, Dak this year?
yeah, last year.
Last year he missed 9
9.
because
Okay, so he missed. So he
he went
missed
down in
9.
that 8th game.
Yeah, so he missed 9 games.
Yep.
That's fair. Okay, he doesn't have to be in your top 10 list. He's still in the top 100.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So I don't think it's so disrespectful if we're looking at it from that lens.
Right.
If you take your fan out of it and look at it from that lens, I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Right.
Do I agree with the other positions of those other quarterbacks? No, not at all. Justin Herbert's not a top 10 quarterback. I don't even think it's top 15.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's what I want to try to do is take the fandom out of it. Obviously, this is a Cowboys channel and everything, and I'm a Cowboys fan. But looking at top 10, top whatever list, I got to take the fandom out and be objective and be real. As much as some Cowboys fans don't want to hear it, like I've said, that Dak Prescott missing this year has tossed him out of the top 10. Is he like 30, is he 30 or 28? No, by no means.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even
But
close.
he's fringe top 10. He is fringe top 10 right now and has every opportunity this year to come in and just blow the rankings out of the water. But
100% ice cold. He is not. I'm sorry. I was just replying to a chat, to one of your chats. Ice cold. He said Sherbert isn't even a top 10 quarterback for real. HoodieKush. You're right. He's not.
hey, he said Sherbert.
Ice cream. You're right. Ice cream.
I like orange and lime sherbet, but anyway,
it's a shame.
But this ESPN ranking, I mean, obviously Patrick. Well, and the thing is it obvious anymore? Because I was about to say that Patrick Mahomes is obviously number 1, but then you got Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, then Baker Mayfield. It's like you would figure the quarterback that won the Super Bowl would be
number 1
in the top 5 or number 3, 2, or 1
because they understand. With everyone else, they'll look at team. With everyone else, they'll look at team. When it comes to the Cowboys, they're looking at the dude who's making $60 million, or at least that's what they say.
Yes,
that's the difference. We're the Cowboys, so we're scrutinized from sun up to sundown. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
like for real, like everybody will equate like in a win. Everybody will micromanage to see where the win came from. Oh, the defense carried you, or the running game carried you. Blah 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 blah. The last person to get the praise will be the quarterback, and I won't just say Dak Prescott. They did this with Tony Romo too.
Yep.
But
They
then
were
when you
talking
look
about
at other games, you look at other teams, and it's like, oh man, the team came together, but Jalen Hurts was great. I'm like, and I use Jalen Hurts because for one, it's like in quarterback metrics, 2,900 yards. Y'all tell me Dak
that's not
Prescott
even
throw
middle of the pack.
2,900 yards, what you would
People
say?
crucified it. Dak threw 2,900 yards. What was it? What year was it? Not last year. I think last year he threw almost like 2,200 yards, right?
Like, and that's only 8 games.
My point exactly. Like,
Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is where the line gets blurred with the quarterback comparisons and the rankings because people will tend to Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback because he can run better than Dak. Like, put his ass at the running back position if that's the case.
Justin
Because
Herbert can run better than Dak. He hasn't beaten the Cowboys yet. Like, come on. Let's be honest. Stop with this immeasurable crap. All right. Let's stop with these immeasurables. Can my man can Jalen Hurts sit in the pocket and torch your defense if he is forced to? I don't think he can. We've seen that he can't. We've seen him throw 15 interceptions when he was forced to play as a pocket passer. Unfortunately, bro, that's not his strength. We saw that his first year. Halfway through the season, they changed the gameplay to actually fit Jalen Hurts. That's what people are telling you. They went what 9-8 that year? No. So the 9-7 that year. That was right before we added the 18th game. They went 9-7. The first half of that season, they looked like a dumpster fire. That's when Carson Stench got booted. That's when Carson Stench was gone. This dude that he tried. Unfortunately, the game plan didn't suit his skills. They changed the game plan. They changed the game plan around to suit Jalen Hurts.
mm-hmm.
And since, when did he come in the league? 2018, 2019? Since then, it's just been all read option. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback runs. It fits him. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
about the team. It fits him. That team was constructed for him. Here's the bad part. The teams that Dak had, he finally got a team constructed for him in 2020 and a down year when he tore up his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
He finally had a team. Zeke was never for Dak. Zeke was not brought here for Dak Prescott. Zeke was a first-round pick brought here for Tony Romo.
Yeah, he was.
That's
That
what people
line
are missing.
line was constructed for Tony Romo. Like the running game was constructed for Tony Romo.
Dak had a really good line in 26. Hold on. Those were not his. He was a fourth-round pick, bro. Jamil Showers, whatever his name was, he was supposed to end up being the starter. Dak beat him out. Kellen Moore got injured.
Yep.
Here comes Dak.
And then here comes Dak. That's the best way you can say it. Here comes Dak. And a lot of the people like, aren't you tired? It's 9 years. Aren't you tired? Like, until he shows me true regression, no, I'm not. Until he shows me that his arm is a noodle, I'm not.
Tired of what? A dude who's going to go out there and give you everything he's got, even when you're not giving him shit to work with? You're not giving him nothing really to work. Bryce Butler. No, I'm not casting disparagement on anybody we had. On anybody we had. Are any of those dudes the same caliber of wide receiver as, I'm not even going to say the number ones, a Jordan Addison? When did Dak have a Jordan Addison next to a CD Lamb? He didn't. He didn't.
And people will say, you know, like Amari Cooper with CD Lamb, even though CD Lamb was a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say Amari Cooper and CD Lamb and Michael Gallup, y'all had these wide receivers and blah blah blah. I'm like, cool. If we had those wide receivers, great. And the stats showed that as well. What did your run game stats show you? Like, because you need all these things to click in order to make it to a championship.
Exactly. Again, when it comes to other quarterbacks, the Jalen Hurts of the world, even the Patrick Mahomes. Now, we know Patrick Mahomes is as far as talent with the ball, talent with his arm, it's Patrick Mahomes. This is going to hurt my feelings. Josh Allen. Those two dudes are probably the most athletic and they're awesome. Those are they have crazy arm talent. They do. Let's just be honest here. But juxtaposed to that, you're looking at Lamar Jackson, who's a running quarterback, who's got a fucking cannon, but he's more of a running quarterback, learning to be a pocket passer. You got Jalen Squirts, who's a running quarterback. He is not a quarterback. He is not just a quarterback. Now, does it make him a better athlete than what Dak Prescott is at this current state? Yes. It makes him a better athlete. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit, Lamar Jackson's a better athlete, but neither one of those dudes is a better quarterback.
Right. And honestly, one season-ending injury will kill all that.
Kill it all. It will kill it all. My man's had two. And every time he's come back to light the world up. So I think the NFL needs to be worried.
Hey, LT Ray in the building. What's going on with you, LT Ray? Thanks. 9,000 says Jerry is to blame. And I'm on Jerry's top a lot, but I can't put it solely on Jerry.
Yeah, no.
I can't put it solely on Jerry in the front office. Like they are culprits. But it's hard because it's like at the same time it falls on the coach. Well, if Jerry would allow the coach to coach, then maybe a different outcome would happen. If Jerry would get the pieces, like George Pickens, we got a George Pickens, great addition, but cornerback, we're missing something. We're missing something. And it's like, what are you doing to better that situation? Oh, this guy from the draft? I'm sorry, but if your team is drafting in order to, like, you got to hit the ground running now, you're behind the 8 ball. You're behind the 8 ball. What the whole thing is so that these people can get drafted. Yeah, like a running back, something like that. You may have to draft and not be totally behind the 8 ball. But when you're drafting a wide receiver and a quarterback and stuff like that, like, dude, you're behind the 8 ball.
For sure. Ain't no way in hell Jalen Hurts threw for over 3,800 yards last season, 2023. No way. I'm sorry. You can't miss me with that one.
Let me see.
You can't expect me to believe that. In 2023, Jalen Hurts threw for over 3,800 yards.
I'm checking. I'm checking.
There's no way. If he did, all right, well, cool. He's got a year.
Jalen Hurts 2023 stats: 3,858 yards. Okay. Played 17 games, 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. He did.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
He did.
I can't argue with that. He threw for 3,800 yards. All right. He got a season where he threw for over 3,000. Okay. He's trying.
See, but my thing is this: is like we definitely talk crap about like 2,900 yards. Jalen Hurts having 2,900 yards, but that's exactly what I would want Dak Prescott to get if we had an ultimate run game, great defense and everything was clicking and we won the Super Bowl. I would not mind 2,900 yards.
It would make me feel better knowing that my quarterback doesn't have to lead the league in tight window completions. It would make me feel better. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?
I'm wondering if that also has to do with scheming as well.
Oh,
like
100%.
The play calling. Like if you because not only can talent gain you separation, but scheme can also gain separation.
True.
So I'm really on the fence. Like, is it the player not gaining the separation, or is it the choice of play call against a certain defense that's not getting separation?
There's something that was a topic of conversation last year. Talk CFT. Well, shit. I think I've even heard you and Junkie. I think you and Junkie even said something.
Shout out Sports Jockey.
Indeed. Route concepts. I think I even heard Dave Hellman say something about horrible route. His offense was so archaic that they were like 1970s route concepts.
Right. Right.
There's no modernity to it. There's no modernity to it. There's nothing modern about what that offense was. Nothing. They sprinkled some in with some motion, but even that was like archaic. You only like when you motion CD and he won, that was on CD. CD understands leverage. So in essence, yeah, some of it goes to the players. We're not absolving them. You know what I'm saying? We are not absolving the players for any of the shortcomings of this offense. But the coaches have to take part in that too, because they're the ones who draw up the schemes. They're the ones who pick these route concepts. You know what I'm saying? From the head coach to the offensive coordinator to the offensive line coach to the wide receivers coach. All these dudes think this shit up. Oh, well, I think he would be cool in this area. I think he will be able to do that. Lack of conviction in personnel and then schemes. Conviction has always been a word I'll come back to, because that's what Mike McCarthy and that offensive even to the defense, because Zimmer even admitted it when he came in. He didn't want to rock the apple cart too hard, when he should have just came in and rocked the damn apple cart.
Right.
You know, come and tip that shit over. Get out of here. This is my apple cart. Those apples are horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I guess he thought he had a future here. You know what I'm saying? I know he was on a 1-year contract, but it's like, okay, I'll come in here and try to keep continuity, keep it as you know, what they know is possible, and then maybe next year we'll get into more of my scheme after we fit it in toward the end of the year, which they started fitting it in at the end of the year, and then off season it's like shake up. He's gone. Like, damn.
Complete shake up. And that's a shame, because it wasn't. The bad part is, I don't think it was Zimmer's doing that got him fired, or because he didn't get fired. None of them got fired. Their contract expired. Let's get that out of the way.
There you go.
Let's get that out of the way. Oh, well, they fired Mike McCarthy, and they didn't fire anybody. They let the contract expire. They talked to Mike McCarthy. They shot him a number. He didn't like the number or the conditions that came with it, so he walked. McCarthy walked. You didn't offer Zimmerman anything. Zimmerman continued moving the way he was moving. So before anybody says, oh, well, the Joneses are slipping up, that one wasn't on the Joneses. I tell everybody the same thing when it comes to free agency, how everybody wanted to get this one and that one and that one and this one. We can want them all day. Do they want us? Do they want to be here? Because it takes two.
Oh, yeah.
We offered Dre Greenlaw some money. Dre Greenlaw didn't want our money. Our money wasn't good enough. He took literally almost to the dollar the same thing to where he just went.
Yeah, that boils down to, I don't want to play for your organization.
I don't want to play for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's, as much as we may have blamed the Joneses for, oh man, they don't ever get anybody. No, they don't try. How don't they try? They gave the bread. They said, here, we have it. This is for you. Nah, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't blame Jordan Lewis for saying I can't take another team-friendly deal. I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him either.
That means we tried to give him money. He just didn't want that money that we were offering, because it was a team-friendly deal that he didn't want to accept. Two people. It takes two people. It takes Steven or Jerry and the player that we're trying to acquire, or the agent of the player that we're trying to acquire. If that player doesn't want to be here, it doesn't matter what we offer. It doesn't matter what we offer. We got a little guy going. Give me 1
DK.
second.
Yeah, DK. I love Troy, one of the best all time, but let me see. I love Troy, one of the best all time, but it's what he did when the game was on the line. Not all about stats, gentlemen.
No, it's not.
All I ain't even got it in here, but all I can say is when the game was on the line, slip. When the game was on the line, and Tony Romo sitting here for the place hold, slip. The game was on the line in the playoffs.
NFC
And
Championship bound.
Get it done. What do people mean?
NFC Championship style too.
Like,
We were NFC Championship bound. We were NFC Championship bound.
you
And
know,
Tony does that. But y'all shit on the dude who went toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers in order to go to the NFC Championship, but the defense folds. Give up an easy field goal for the game. But y'all blame that dude. Y'all blame that quarterback. But nobody's putting any blame on Tony Romo for. We don't even have to talk about it.
That's like it makes no. And I like Tony Romo. You know, I was a Tony Romo guy. I think I'm more of a Dallas Cowboys quarterback guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a quarterback guy. So whoever's in that position is gonna get my attention. Whoever is in that position is gonna get my effort, my support. So back when Tony Romo was here, I was doing for Tony what I do for Dak Prescott. And when Prescott took over the team, he has my support. But
That's a
to sit,
Cowboy.
yeah, but to sit there and it's like when you know somebody, one of your friends, one of the people on the block that ended up passing away, and he was a dirt bag. You just knew he was a dirt bag, but you liked him. That was your people. And everybody around who didn't like him are now coming to his funeral and everything, and they're saying all these praises and adulations and just all this love for him. It's like, that's what's up. But I remember what you were saying when the man was alive.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I remember what everybody was saying when Tony Romo was still under center. Y'all treated him just like you treat Dak Prescott. But now that he is an announcer, he is not the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. He was a saint. He was a god. Are we going to do this with Dak Prescott too?
That's insane. That's insane. Like, this dude literally was the reason we couldn't get to where we wanted to go. But now he's a patron saint of the Dallas Cowboys. While Dak literally got nothing handed to him. He has to work for everything. But still, y'all give him the most vitriol and venom that y'all could spit out. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
But what Ice Cold says right here, the man wasn't even drafted.
True.
That's my thing. He wasn't even drafted. A Dak Prescott, 4th round. We are expecting both of these quarterbacks, no matter whether they went undrafted or no matter whether they went in the 4th round, to be first-round talent.
For sure.
That's what we're asking for. Instead of wanting to surround these players, these guys, with talent so that they can ensure that we get further than where we've been, you want them to do it all by themselves.
Here's a question. How many 4th round pick quarterbacks have been in the conversation for MVP ever?
I don't know. I mean, Tom Brady. He was 6.
6th round pick. That's even worse. That's even worse.
The GOAT right there.
7 Super Bowls. I said it last night on my live. I'm of the mindset that where you were drafted means nothing. Your draft position means nothing.
Nothing.
Jamarcus Russell proved that. Like, your
draft position, if you're drafted, number 1 overall, there's intimidation, there is, this expectation. If you're drafted Mr. Irrelevant in the 7th round, There's a hunger. There is a determination. Y'all pick me last. I'm gonna show y'all that I ain't last. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Tom Brady had that whole mindset too. Like, y'all took me in the 6th round. Watch this. You know,
Yeah, I mean, if not being drafted in the first round doesn't light a fire under you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's 32 teams. All 32 teams get to pick one player in the first round, unless somebody trades something and something.
right?
But for the most part, 32 teams get a pick, okay, in the first round. And those dudes are solidified because they're the first pick. That's who we were looking at the hardest. That's who we were looking at the most. That's who we think can make the largest impact for this team. Not understanding that you're picking up these kids who are about to come into a situation where the lights are going to shine even brighter than they were in college.
Mm-hmm.
There's amenities that come with that. You know what I'm saying? And not all of them positive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of them fall through the cracks, fall through the wayside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, how they talk about George Pickens being a crash out. He was a crash out in college. I don't think he was a crash out. He was. Let's be honest. He was. You know what I'm saying? He was a bully in college. You know what I'm saying?
But don't we want that, dog?
Exactly.
Don't we want that?
After what CD had to endure from Jair Alexander, yeah, CD needs to be a dog. CD needs another dog on the side. Bro, we got picked on. That playoff game, go back, just taking a fan out of it and being objective. Like, you looking at that game like, the Cowboys are getting bullied. They're getting bullied on both sides of the ball. Like, they literally took CD's heart in the first quarter. Brandon Cooks wasn't enough to do anything. They literally, like, Jair Alexander got inside heads. The Packers got inside of heads.
Oh, yeah.
They did exactly what you're supposed to do psychological warfare. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jones coming out and saying, they front runners, let's go punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's the crazy part. We didn't help. As fans, we didn't help. We
was looking past the Packers, man.
Exactly.
We were looking on past to the NFC Championship.
And apparently so were some of the players because they already had a party playing before the game started.
Yep. DK says Dak has my support, but he's not a great pocket passing quarterback under pressure. Younger Dak had mobility to move the chains.
Did he just say that?
Did
he just say that out loud?
Once you're paid, draft status is thrown out.
I agree with that, but that last one, what the hell? That last one, I don't know about that one. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree with the younger mobility and moving the chains. Yeah. Dak Prescott was able to do that and everything. But my question is, the mobility. How much of it was staged? Schemed, and how much of it was him having to run for his life, or having to get a first down because none of his players could get open. Like, you're saying he's not a great pocket presence or a pocket passer, but the younger Dak had mobility. Why was he pushed out of the pocket so much? Like, your quarterback. I mean, I'm from the old school. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the old school where I believe a quarterback should have quarterback tendencies. Be able to be a quarterback, stand in the pocket,
navigate within the pocket.
That is something that Joe Milton does. That game that I saw against the Buffalo Bills, Joe Milton stood in the pocket and only ran when it completely collapsed around him.
That's not a very good pocket passer. But in the Giants game in 2023, because that was literally the last time we saw him, healthy. In that Giants game in 2023, when he decided to step up in the pocket and get destroyed by Dexter Lawrence to only complete the pass to Brandon Cook. Come on, bro. Let's not do this. Okay, let's not do this. I appreciate Dak having your support, but don't give a low blow right afterwards. Like, that sounded like that RG3 thing about Angel Reese. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Come on.
Like, man, they already painted RG3 as Rocket the Raccoon, man. Like, just leave it alone, bro. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Listen, what? Some of you people say the weirdest things, but it's all right. Again, happy to have you as a Cowboys fan.
Oh
Happy
yeah.
to have your support.
Oh yeah.
The extra, let's just leave that where it is. Go ahead, Andrew.
Big Dow. Why y'all lying? Dak is one only pocket passer left, and he's definitely a great pocket passer.
It's probably four of them in the league.
I don't know, and that's what I expect out of my damn quarterback. I want him to be a pocket passer. I don't. Like I said, I'm old school, and the old school coaches used to say, "I don't want my quarterback running. You effing up the money." What do you mean? Because it's gonna take one. It's gonna take one time, one hezzy for that for a running quarterback to mess his whole future up.
You saw it like I saw it in the Atlanta game. All year long, we were talking about, or we heard being talked about, is Dak's not being mobile. Dak's not running the ball. If Dak just runs the ball, well, he ran the ball, popped
Exactly.
the hamstring. You got what you wanted. I mean, like, there's a reason why he's not running the ball. Let him do what he got to do. Like,
Yeah,
people got to think. People got to think.
the
I
lunatic in the
prefer,
building. What's going on, the lunatic?
what's
How
up
you
with you,
doing,
my brother?
bro? How you
Yeah,
doing?
I prefer Dak as a pocket passer. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
If you
the
take
lunatic.
off when you got to, take off when you got to. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if there's no call for it, if there's no need for it, don't do that stupid shit. Throw it to George Pickens, CD Lamb, or Jonathan Mingo across the middle. Jake Ferguson.
Right,
Get on blue out the backfield. You have so many options now. You have so many options.
right. The lunatic, appreciate you for the $2 super chat. Our interior O line will be a weapon for us. Like, bro, that's the door right there. That is the door that's going to open up everything. I know people say George Pickens coming to the team will open up everything. That offensive line, if they can win the battle of attrition, win the battle at the line of scrimmage, that interior, man, gaps will be open for the run game. Time will be given to Dak Prescott to stay clean in that pocket to allow the receivers to get open as opposed to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, throw. Like, you right, the lunatic. That's going to be that whole front is going to be one weapon for us. I just pray that that Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele can hold up their end of the bargain.
I
I
love
appreciate.
George Pickens. I love CD Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and those guys, but they don't mean nothing if your quarterback can't get you the ball because you got a DT in his face.
Yeah,
That don't mean nothing if you got edges coming at you. That don't mean nothing if that linebacker blitzing up the middle isn't caught. That don't mean nothing. So yeah, I hope so. I hope my
yeah.
offensive line shows up and shows out.
And see, and that's the good thing. The interior, a lot of the defenses love to stunt interior. Love to go into the interior and create those stunts. If Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker. If you
Oh,
get two bookends, and honestly, I'm like, Terrence, is this Terrence Steele's last year? Is this his
I
contract
think
season?
this is his. I think this is a contract season for him.
If this is a
Especially-
contract season, next year you could potentially walk from Terrence Steele, put Tyler Guyton over at that right tackle position where he's naturally fitted to be, I would honestly, and I know a lot of people, dang, you gonna go offensive line in another draft? First round left tackle.
Yes, I think that's already here.
Oh, what, Asim Richards? Okay,
It's
okay.
already here. I mean, he showed as a swing, he showed improvement. He showed vast improvement. That there isn't a lineman that doesn't get beat. Let's keep it a stack, okay?
Right.
There isn't a lineman for all the all the love everybody gives Lane Johnson. Micah beats him like a drum. Like, let's be honest, yo. There isn't a lineman in the league that doesn't get beat. They get beat. It's not that often with the right scheme.
Right.
With the right protection, you can negate all that. But dudes get beat all the time. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Tyler Guyton's trash because he got beat 8 times last year against Myles Garrett. Against Myles Garrett, he's a rookie. Like, come on. What are we
Now,
doing? What are we doing? Now y'all want to throw him in the trash? No. You give that
yeah,
young man one more year. Unfortunately, us moving on from Tyron Smith when we did hindered his growth. He didn't have somebody to learn from.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? We had Jeff Blasco and those guys. And you know what I'm saying? Like that there no, you need a veteran presence to learn from. Hence why Brock Hoffman is the dude he is. He got to learn behind Zach Martin. He got to
yeah.
learn behind Zach Martin for a few years. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to give these kids a chance. Got to give these kids a chance. And I think
And
that
that's the thing. That's the thing that I think, as far as like these draft picks, you gotta let them get in here and establish a footing. You can't expect the world out of these guys after their first year. Let
for
them
sure.
establish something. But
For
the
sure.
lunatic, I appreciate you, man. I believe I seen another one from you down here. Let me just get that real quick. $2 super chat. Just support new Cowboys media. Stay blessed, Cowboys Nation. Truly appreciate you, the lunatic.
I
Appreciate you.
appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, LT Ray agree. He don't want his quarterback running either. But there was one out here that I seen that I believe it was from T Jack. T Jack, yeah, there it is. Said that he's high on a Johnny Cornelius out of Oregon.
That could be our future. That could be our future. You could if we move on from Steele next year and you place Austin Richards at the left and you because he's earned it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a stack. You're not on this team just because we're paying you. You're on this team because you're earning your spot. Okay.
Right.
And then you have a Johnny Cornelius. He could take on the Austin Richards role as a swing,
Hmm.
learning. So that way, when we do, if by chance we move on from someone, we don't want to pay them or whatever, because Trey Smith just got paid 4 years, $98 million. Crazy. The Chiefs just paid their left tackle, or is it their guard? I think it's their guard. Trey Smith, 4 years, $98 million. But if we just so happen to, that's when your Johnny Cornelius comes in, and it's not like there's a drop off. All these guys are learning from who right now? They're all
Hmm.
learning from Tyler Smith, the
Yep.
best offensive lineman we have on this team right now. And if they're learning from him and he's gotten better, I can only see it skyrocketing for these other guys, especially with the coaching staff that we have, the Clayton Adams, the Connor Rileys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a 5-time FCS national championship O-line coach for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to stand for something. So we
Still
shall
is
see.
junkyard material. Yo, I
South
remember actually one of my shorts was like one of my first shorts ever was on Terrence Steele. How he kept getting beat in 2023 by the Philadelphia Eagles. I was like, something got to be done. What is going on here? But I didn't take into consideration that he was coming off of a season-ending injury prior.
And
You
that's
know,
the crazy part. Like, I think we're being unfair to Terrence Steele. He is the only lineman in 2 years that's coming off of an injury that hasn't missed a game. The only lineman, the only one. He's played all 17 games 2 years straight and playoffs.
he'd still be under contract if he improves. Um, so I think Terrence Steele. Let me see. Terrence Steele contract. We go to spottrack.com. 5 years, 82 million, 82.5 million. Damn. Nah, he with the team until 2029, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, they must have
Damn.
just paid him. Okay, hey, look, listen. Cool. That
Yeah, like
means his contract is married with Dax, Shotties, this whole coaching staff. His contract is married with this team currently constructed. You know what I'm saying? The core. So he's a part of the core, if you ask me.
And like his dead cap hit this year, $26 million, but you have a potential out in 2026 with a $9.3 million dead cap hit.
Okay.
So, needless to say, the Cowboys ain't gonna want to eat no dead money, especially like no $9 million,
You heard what
unless
Jerry said.
unless
You heard
Terrence
what
Steele retired.
exactly. You heard what Jerry said. I ain't paying nobody to not play for me.
Right.
I ain't paying nobody that's not playing for me. So
So I think the safest time, unless they reconstruct his contract, next year
28.
or whatever, the safest time to get off of Terrence Steele is 2028, where he has 1.1 million.
Uh-huh. It's the
1.
best time to do it when the cost is low.
I got another The Lunatic super chat, $2. Reports also say last year's coaching weren't coaching.
Facts.
They had so much other stuff. I was gonna swear they had so much other stuff that they had to worry about last year. Mike McCarthy was looking over his shoulder every chance that he had a moment to look up from that dang clipboard. Like, and when there's so much uncertainty in your organization, there's gonna be uncertainty in your team.
For sure.
That's kind of like when we were kids. Let's say when we were kids growing up, we was at school and everything, and then this one kid would come to school all depressed. We like, oh, just chin up, man, chin up, everything gonna be all right. We don't know that his parents just got divorced and all this stuff is happening behind the scenes. Mike McCarthy's going through all this stuff behind the scenes. The team is having a civil war within the locker room as far as the defensive side of the ball. Nobody could stay healthy last year. So it's like, and then on top of that, they're tasked to make it to
Still
the
go out there
playoff.
and win. Still
Yeah.
go out there and win. Like,
Yeah.
we want to see a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You see Jerry in the press box. Hold on, you can bang the table all you want. This is your doing, bro. You
For
didn't give them the
real.
pieces that they needed. Like, how you banging the table? You didn't bang the table to get these guys what they needed. What you're banging the table for now? This is you reap what you sow. You sowed nothing into this team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not going to absolve the coaching and I'm not going to absolve the players because they also have a hand in it. Okay.
Right.
Like I said, there's 3 things that a team needs. Dogs, those dogs need discipline and just a little bit of luck. Just a little bit of luck.
See, I
There
want
was
to
no
eliminate
discipline.
that luck factor, though.
I would love to eliminate the luck factor, but unfortunately, that's what it is. I mean,
I can't say that though, man, because like you look at last year, the Philadelphia Eagles, what luck?
no, that was discipline.
They went in there and they took
That was
everything.
discipline. That was 100%. They have the dogs and they discipline their dogs. You know what I'm saying? That luck, all right, fine. That you could call that the Kansas City Chiefs getting to where they wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Either way, luck plays a part. But disciplining those dogs that you want on your team is going to get you where you need to go. And without that discipline, who needs luck? Because it's nothing but bad luck at that point because there's no discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You may have the dogs all you want, but if you're not, if you don't train your dogs right, they're going to run all over you, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what it's like to train a pit bull. You know what I mean? A Rottweiler. You know what I'm saying? You got a hunting dog. They have to be trained properly. You have to discipline them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like martial arts. You can have a prototypical martial artist, but if he's not trained properly, trained with proper discipline, he's just going to be out there bullying people for what? You know what I'm saying? So they need the discipline. I think we have a nice amount of dogs. We have cats that can be made into dogs.
Right.
They just need the discipline.
Right.
I'm hoping that's what this coaching staff brings, discipline.
I believe it will, an overall discipline for the overall team. But as far as defensive wise, that unit, I believe Matt Eberflus is going to be able to not so much lay the hammer down, but really stress to them the importance of discipline.
Yes.
Because like I said, when Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer are over there trying to figure out if they got a job or not, they're really not pressing the
Exactly.
minor fundamentals. They're not really pressing them because they're trying to worry about themselves. They're worrying about their future security. But now everybody's secure. I don't know the specifics of like the assistant coaching or the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator's contracts, but Shotty's here for 4 years, so I'm assuming that they're here for 4 years with him, unless he just wants to get rid of him.
Now, I honestly think Eberflus is probably married to Shotty, and I
Mm-hmm.
think now, of course, we know the more success you have, the more likelihood that your coordinators and stuff are going to get poached from you.
Yeah, yeah,
So, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So when it comes to those guys, all right, we'll see. Because they could, Al Harris a couple years ago, he had an opportunity to go to Detroit. He said, no, I wanted to stay here. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to stay in Dallas. We kept him on 2024. We kept him on 2024. You know what I'm saying? He finally got poached from us to Chicago. All right. You know what I'm saying?
and
Nothing you
he
can do
ain't get
there.
poached.
No,
He
no.
ain't get
Well,
poached.
but now, see, that's the thing. It takes two. Remember, it's not just the
He,
players. If the coaches don't want to be here, no matter what you throw at them, Mike McCarthy proved it. All right, look, we'll
he
give you
left.
this and that, but we don't want you to do this. Oh no, that's not how I want to. That's not how I want to run my team. So no, I'm good. They have the opportunity to decline any offer or accept any offer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And LT Ray says, angry. Every time I see a quarterback take off, I hold my breath when they get hit, hoping they didn't just end their season. Exactly. Exactly. And the more pushes that you do, the more quarterback design runs that you run for these people, best believe that, I played backup linebacker. I'm looking to take your head off. I'm not looking to just, oh, here you go. Here you go. Here's the quarterback's running here. No, I'm looking. You are an eligible runner now. So I'm hitting you as if I'm hitting Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Ice cold, too funny, man. I love poached eggs. Poached eggs are great. Ice cold, crazy.
Yeah, ice cold. Nah, I ain't with that.
My wife does them. So my wife likes her eggs Benedict. So
Oh,
poached
so does
eggs.
my wife. Yeah.
So
Drew, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you? Me and Drew, we gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get you up here because we gonna have to have this talk. Me and Drew went back and forth on TikTok. Just about on my end, I was trying to convey the fact that every team has a drought. Every team has a lull, every team has a valley that they go through. Like for the most part, the Cowboys were Super Bowl champions 70s, 90s, and it's been 30 years. But the thing is, during that 30 years, the Dallas Cowboys have had some good teams that we could have got something done with, should have got something done with.
mhm.
So there's no way that you can say that the Cowboys have sucked for 30 years. Like there's just absolutely no way you can
Yeah,
say
no,
that.
we're not gonna do that. Like it's one thing if you go 1-15, 2-14, now 3-14. Yeah, you suck. Like
Mhm.
you suck. But if you just went 12-5 3 straight years, had a season where injuries plagued you and you went 8-8 or 7-10, you know what I'm saying? Misfortune happens. Misfortune happens, man. Like it doesn't matter what type of team you are. You could be the best team, you could be the worst team. Sometimes you catch lightning in the bottle. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you may be able to get those players that you want. Sometimes you're the Eagles and you meet and you hire a guy named Howie Roseman and he does shit that you're okay with in order to get you what you want.
Mhm.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. Does it happen for everybody? No.
Right.
But sometimes it happens. Sometimes you fall into a Will McClay who can pick pick stud players for you that keep you relevant. You know what I'm saying? We may not have been winning championships, but we've stayed relevant. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. We've stayed relevant. We've always competed to get in the playoffs because again, you need to win X amount of games in order to get to the playoffs, in
Mm-hmm.
order to get to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Needs and wants. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what. So how can you be a bad team? We can say what we want about Pittsburgh. They're not a bad team.
No,
18 straight years consistently in the playoffs. They are not a bad team. A
like
good team is a team that goes to the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record his entire career.
Nope.
Like, there's
Nope.
something to be said about that.
And he took over after Bill Cowher.
Yeah,
So
huge shoes to fill. Yeah.
yes, indeed.
Says, hey guys, I really think these linebackers are gonna be a bright spot on this D. Do y'all agree? I do once the linebackers are at full capacity. You know, once
Even,
we go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I believe once we get Damarian Overshown back and he is showing signs of returning before expected, like then I believe like our linebacking core will be zero problems like our defensive end core.
For sure. Okay. I agree. I agree. Having Demarvion Overshown back will definitely boost up this linebacker room, even the defense. Even without Demarvion Overshown, I think we're going to be very good in the linebacker room. I think we're going to be very good. We will be even better with Demarvion. So much so that you could go ahead and not play Micah in the linebacker spot, not play Sam Williams in the linebacker, those tweeners. So that way you don't have to rely on that. Now you have your linebacking core and you have your front four and you have a legitimate front seven. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Ice cold. I need mine scrambled. Yeah, I need mine scrambled to put some ham up in there, boy. Shoot. All right, let's see. Drew said, angry, I don't disagree with you, but there are levels to it. 4 playoff wins in 30 years compared to 19 is a huge difference. But see, my thing is this though: if you go back 30 years, why not go back your entire team's existence?
Come
Why
on,
not
man.
go back? Why not? Well, I wouldn't say the entire team's existence because they count championships when there's only 11 teams in the league. What I am saying is during the start of the Super Bowl era and on,
The
y'all weren't
456.
like 1966 until 2018. Y'all didn't have the Philadelphia Eagles did not have a Super Bowl. Does that mean that you suck?
52 years.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, of course. Happy belated birthday, Drew. Of course, happy belated birthday, brother. And it's no disrespect. See, one thing that a lot of people don't seem to realize, and I believe that you, Hoodie, Drew, myself, and there's people in the chat. When we talk, when we discuss, when we debate, it's not that I don't like you or that I'm out to disrespect you, and like I believe Drew said, no disrespect, but I know, brother. I
No
know.
disrespect taken.
No disrespect taken at all because I know what it is. People are passionate about their teams.
Now, sometimes I might say something that'll hurt your feelings. Like in our 30 years where we haven't been able to win a Super Bowl, you can only muster up 2. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be a dick. I don't. Like, I think you're a nice guy. But in the 30 years where we did absolutely nothing and we were a trash team that you guys always say, you still only won 2. So, I mean, what does that say? Does it the whole Super Bowl, the whole championship thing is overblown? Okay, it's a little overblown to an extent. It is. It is because it works. It works in different realms of sports. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that LeBron James went to 10 NBA finals, but he's only won 4. We know Mike is going to 6 and he's won 6. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But do you see the language though? Do you see the language?
mm,
Like Jordan went to the finals. He won 6. LeBron James went to 10 finals
10,
and he only won
yeah,
4.
4,
My thing
yeah,
is this: only I
he
ain't
won
got
4,
one to my name.
yeah,
You
he
know what I'm
won 4.
saying?
Right.
Tracy McGrady, he ain't got one to his name. Reggie Miller, there's so many. Allen Iverson, so many great players that don't have a championship, and
And
we
that's
over
my
here
point.
talking as if 5 is something to sneeze at.
True.
2 is something to sneeze at.
Think,
Like,
I mean, you win it. You win it.
winning.
My point is, you're disparate. Like, what most Eagles fans do is they'll fire shots at just Dak Prescott. That's the issue.
That is
No
the issue.
one's firing shots at Tracy McGrady for not winning a championship. Nobody's firing shots at CP3 for not winning a championship. No one's firing shots at Charles Barkley for not winning the championship, because it doesn't make him any less of a great player. It doesn't make him any less of a Hall of Fame player. It doesn't make these guys any less of the great athletes that they are. It doesn't. So to constantly throw the chip thing and like, oh, well, we got this, and well, we got this, and we haven't won it lately. So you know what I'm saying? I still believe we have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I still believe that we have the ability to have one of the best rosters in the league. It just we have to wait and see and let it materialize.
Right. And Drew's birthday is today. So
Oh,
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday,
Drew.
Drew.
Happy
And I
birthday,
wasn't saying
Drew.
you particular, Drew. I was not saying you hate Dak Prescott. No, I'm talking about Eagles fans, plural, not just you. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll get this to you real quick, Drew.
Holla, we them boys.
We the boys.
But yo, Angry, I gotta bump up out of here. Daddy duty is calling. I appreciate you having me on as always. Hopefully we get to do it again, but this time on my channel, so everybody's, getting acquainted.
All right, brother. I will be there, and I appreciate you being on, bro. Thank you for hitting
Not a
that link.
problem. Not a problem. Y'all have a great one. You heard?
All right, man. Peace, Hoodie. Yeah, that was the man HoodieKush right there. It's always a pleasure having him on. Great cowboy content creator. Just started, just getting his legs. So make sure y'all get over there, check out his knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Check out his knowledge on the sport because he has knowledge. All right. So, Drew, you said why start at the Super Bowl era, moving the goalposts? The Super Bowl era was when the NFL was actually established. Like, when was the merger? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Oh, damn. This still don't work for y'all. I gave y'all 4 extra years. The NFL as we know it today was solidified with the merger of the American Football League, the AFL, and the National Football League, the NFL, in 1970. The Super Bowl era started in 1966. Bro, I'm not going to start counting championships when your team only had to face 9 other teams. I'm not gonna do that. Like that's just crazy talk. And I mean, like 1970, we didn't have Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars, things of that nature. But for the majority of the teams were here that you had to face in 1970. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there were like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came as an expansion team and things like that. Those no, it wasn't Tampa Bay. Sorry about that. Jacksonville came as a expansion team and everything. But for the most part, the NFL started in 1966, not 1940, where you were still wearing leather helmets. We ain't counting that, Drew. Come on, man. And the goalpost has not changed. Go back to my text messages. 1966. and it still took you to 2018. That's all I'm saying, is that just because you have a deficit, just because you have a valley in Super Bowl appearances, doesn't automatically make your team suspect. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. It doesn't. Let's see, and that's B to the be to be the analysis. The analyst, sorry, be the analyst. My bad. Says it's all a narrative to diminish Dallas. And that's the thing. It's all a narrative to diminish the Cowboys' accomplishments. It's all a narrative to gain notoriety, you know, to be like, we're good. Like I started this off with, validation. Our team is good, right? Our team is great. See, my thing is this. Me as the angry Cowboys fan, I don't sit up here. I'm great. I'm the greatest. I'm really good. Guys, ain't I good? I don't do that because it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all won a Super Bowl this year. Y'all won a Super Bowl. What was it? Y'all been to the Super Bowl and then you won a Super Bowl. Like, you got a great team. You do. Enjoy it. Instead of trying to compare your team to a rival. Comparison is the thief to joy. Yo, what's going on, Dak Owens? Shout out to you. But real talk, like, why do, and I see a number of Eagles fans, I won't say all Eagles fans, but a majority of you guys will sit there and bash the Dallas Cowboys over and over and over. For what reason? Especially with a team that didn't even make the playoffs. Why do you guys care so much? Why? Validation. It's the little brother syndrome, where the little brother always feels like he's overlooked because everybody's looking at big brother. And the thing is, the Philadelphia Eagles is little brother with 3 other siblings. In the NFC East, you guys are still at the bottom of the pile. But yet and still, you guys are the best thing since sliced bread. You have been the standard for the NFL for the past 30 years, and we'll use your 30-year thing. You guys are the standard for the past 30 years. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't. Why aren't you comparing? Why isn't your fan base comparing itself to the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes' greatness? Why? Why aren't you comparing a Jalen Hurts to a Joe Burrow? No, it's all about Dak Prescott. It's all about the Dallas Cowboys. It's all about you guys being second to a Dallas Cowboy. Let's see. League Commander, angry you guys talk like a fan base that hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. It's because we haven't, dog. And to my recollection, neither have y'all. But anyway. What's 19 playoff wins if you haven't won a title? See, that's my thing. 19 playoff wins, but haven't won a title, but they're the best thing smoking. They're the best thing out. I don't get it. Why are all championships counted? You don't, but the NFL, oh my God. Now it's the NFL, huh? First you said it was Google. Now it's the NFL. We're going to do this. How many Super Bowl championships do the Philadelphia Eagles have? Google. 2. 2. I mean, do I have to do this? Hold on, let me see. Do I have to? Because I will. Here you go. The Philadelphia Eagles have won 2 Super Bowl championships. Their victories came in Super Bowl. What was that? Super Bowl, 52? And 2018 against the New England Patriots, and Super Bowl 54. No, Super Bowl 54. That should be 52. How does that work? Against the Kansas City Chiefs. Anyhow. Oh, no. That's Super Bowl 59. Sorry, Super Bowl 59. There we go. Super Bowl 59 against the Kansas City Chiefs. It shows you right there. You won 2. Let's see. If you take Super Bowl out, even though that's what we're counting, Super Bowl championships, then let's see. Oh my goodness. How many championships do the Eagles have? 2. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Yo, like yesterday, Google how many championships we have. I just did, bro. I just did. And you say that the Dallas Cowboys fan base is in denial. Y'all in denial. Damn it, since the start of the Super Bowl era, since the start of the NFL the way it is today, you guys only have 2 championships. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. Stop trying to do the whole LeBron James thing, saying that you're a king when everybody doesn't think you are. Or I wouldn't say you. I'll say the Eagles. But when I say you, I mean the Eagles. Please let that be known. Please let that be known. Because I love my brother Drew. Outside of this Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys rivalry, I love my brother. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. Yeah. And that's the word right there, fam. That's the word right there. Y'all be in our chats and content creators' lives trying to get validation. That's what it's all about, is validation. Y'all hate the fact, because I've talked to Philadelphia Eagles fans. I mean, I have Philadelphia Eagles fans in my family. Shout out to Rel, shout out to Brian. They can't stand the fact that the Cowboys are talked about when they're mediocre. That's their words. Like, I don't know why y'all always in the news, always on the sports shows, and y'all ain't done nothing. That's what they say. And you look at last year after the Super Bowl, after y'all won the Super Bowl, and I tried to explain this to you in the chat. I mean, in the messages. You won the Super Bowl. Y'all were talked about for a day. And then they started talking about where Mike McCarthy is going to be. That burns Philadelphia Eagles fans up. Why are you talking about them? They ain't done nothing. We just got another championship and they ain't talking about us. It's validation. We good too. We got 5 championships. Just look at 1845. Validation. Angry. Rival teams bash each other because your Cowboys haven't won big in 30 years. It doesn't stop that process. You should know that. Y'all bashing the Cleveland Browns? Y'all bashing the Houston Texans? Y'all bashing the Detroit Lions? Oh, well, Detroit Lions made it to an NFC championship. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about an NFC championship. Validation. And we'll talk about the Washington Commanders too. Validation. Remember that whole thing that y'all sent out? We want Dallas. We want Dallas. Y'all want validation. Y'all want validation. You got Dallas and you got beat by the backup Dallas. Like, man, God almighty, I love you guys. I love you guys. I do. I truly do. He said, we don't care. You guys are irrelevant when it comes to winning. I bet you I can go over to Twitter and see all kinds of Eagles content creators talking about the Dallas Cowboys. I bet I can do that. I bet I can find a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans in Cowboy content creators' lives and comment sections. I bet I can do that. If we're so irrelevant at winning, why is it so important to you to have more championships than the Dallas Cowboys? You're not talking about catching the Kansas City Chiefs. You're not talking about catching the GOAT Tom Brady with New England. You're talking about the Dallas Cowboys championships. So to say that we don't care, that's kind of taking your ball home and running with it, Drew. Love you, bro. Anywho, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Buddha in the building. What's going on, Buddha? I need some Buddha, as a matter of fact. Don't you hate when your shit just get clogged? But anyway, ACF, these are young kids. They don't know anything about anything, LOL. They still He said they got breast milk on his tongue. Oh man, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna put that. That's in the arsenal. Boy, you young. You still got breast milk on your tongue. Yo, that's a first. Good one, Buddha. I love that. But I mean, young or old, have football IQ. Have football IQ. You don't have to say you're champions. Why? Because you went out there and you proved that. The Philadelphia Eagles proved that they were champions. Ain't nobody can hate on that. Ain't nobody can take that away. I mean, what the Dallas Cowboys can do is ruin your banner raising ceremony in week 1. Hopefully we do that. But you guys don't need the validation that y'all seek because your team is getting it out on the field. Your team is winning out on the field. Why do the damn fans feel like they have to win against the Dallas Cowboy fans is beyond me. You don't. You don't. Enjoy this Super Bowl victory. Because I tell you, if the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl, I'd be in Arlington. You know what I'm saying? I would be in Arlington. It wouldn't be I'd be at the crib in a Eagles chat like, yo, guess what? We won. Nah, that ain't me. I don't do that. I don't do that. If I join a Philadelphia Eagles content creators, live or video, I don't think I ever have. But if I met somebody that was a Philadelphia Eagles content creator and me and him bros, like my homie One Carolina, John, grew up with John. I'm sub to John's channel, the Carolina Panthers channel. I'm a mod in that channel as well. But it ain't like, oh, I love the Carolina Panthers. It's like, no, I support my dog. I support my homie, my brother. I support him. So I get that. But on off weeks that we're not playing the Carolina Panthers, you don't see me go into his chat. Yo, guess what? We meeting week 8. We gonna beat that ass. We don't do that. I don't do that. So I don't understand why Eagles fans do it. I mean, even the league commander, he don't come up in here and really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't really come up here and Washington's better than the Cowboys. But he will come in here and stand 10 toes down for Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels going to be something y'all watch. Jaden Daniels. He comes in here and he promotes his team. He doesn't promote his team by bashing the other team. Feel what I'm saying? And y'all don't have to do that either. That's the end all be all with me. That is, that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Night Owl in the building. What's going on? Chris Hannigan, what's going on? Rico just showed up. What's happening with you? See, have football IQ. That's what we leave this live with today. Let's sharpen our football IQ. Let's get our IQ up there to where we know when a player is a good player and it's not a benefit from the entire team. Get what I mean? And that's the only reason why I brought up the whole Jalen Hurts 2,900 yards this year is because y'all won the Super Bowl. But at the same time, let's not trip as if it was one person that won y'all that Super Bowl. Let's not trip as if it's one person that holds a team away from a championship, because it's not happening right now. You know what I'm saying? And if it is one person, which it isn't, it's a number of people. But if it is one person, I'd have to say Jerry Jones. And just for the simple fact, like I said, cornerback in desperate need. Oh, we flirting with Gilly, you know. There was a Gilly sighting at the Star. There should be a Gilly signing at the Star. Treat this shit like a priority. Defensive tackle. We need a defensive tackle. Treat it like a priority. And that's something that Jerry Jones just doesn't do. Oh, we good enough. Oh, that running back room, we don't know what we got, but we good enough. Like, man, if I was the owner, I would have kept Rico Dowdle and added to it. Rico Dowdle he's not Barry Sanders. He's not a reincarnation of Emmitt Smith. He's not that. He's not even Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry. But if you weren't going to fortify your running back room, keep the person that ran over 1,000 yards for you. Don't just give that person up for the same shit that you paid this guy for, and he hasn't even broke 1,000 yards in his career. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to get rid of a Dak Prescott, make sure you have something behind him that could keep this thing moving. Some people just want to give up on their quarterback and not have anything behind him. Some people just say, fuck it, and I'm just going, I hate this job. I'm gone, and just quit. Oh, I'll get unemployment. Instead of giving you 2 weeks notice and having something lined up so that you can just leave one job, go to the next. No, we got to make it even harder for ourselves. Not give it 2 weeks notice. Just walk out on them. Say, throw up the middle finger whenever you leave and stuff like that. That's what we want to do with Dak Prescott. That's what we want to do with players that aren't really getting it right now. Mozzie Smith. We'll see what Mozzie Smith has to do this year. You know what I'm saying? We will see what he has to do. This ain't his contract year, I don't think. Is 2025 Mozzie Smith's contract year. I don't think it is. Nope. He signed a 4-year deal in 2023, so 2027 with his fifth-year option, 2028. So 2029 will be Mozzie Smith's contract year if the numbers line up. Let's see. 2028. Okay, 2028. He is a unrestricted free agent. So 2028. We got Mozzie. We got Mozzie for 3 more years at least. You know what I'm saying? So instead of bashing this man, he can't do shit. He ain't nothing. Mozzie's a bust. Instead of bashing him, root him on. Give him a little bit of confidence, because I know when I played, if I heard boos out in the stands because we sucked, that's gonna get my morale down. You know what I'm saying? That's just gonna bring me down. We as Cowboys fans are supposed to bring our players up. We're supposed to raise them up. Y'all expect Dak Prescott to raise the level of play for these players? Let us as fans raise the level of morale for these players. Let's let them know that Cowboys Nation truly has their back. Because, man, y'all need to get rid of Deuce Vaughn. Blah, 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 blah. No, y'all need to give Deuce Vaughn a chance. That's what needs to happen. Now that Connor Riley's here and we got Clayton Adams, that's the offensive coordinator, and Connor Riley is the offensive lines coach. Now you got Cooper Beebe. Deuce Vaughn could possibly eat. Give this man a chance. Instead of adding all these running backs and stuff like that, you could have kept Rico Dowdle, you could have kept Deuce Vaughn, and then added one in the draft. But running back isn't their priority. Why isn't running back their priority? Is because I feel that The Jones family would rather want flashy wins than dirty ones. Flashy wins over gritty wins. Because honestly, if you ain't throwing the ball and you're running the ball the majority of the time, your offense just looks vanilla. So they want him to air the ball out. And I'm hearing talks of Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, the Dallas Cowboys were looking to bring Amari Cooper back to the team, hadn't things worked out, with George Pickens. I wouldn't doubt if they brought him anyway. Woo, could you imagine that wide receiver room? Sorry, Jalen Tolbert, but you might have to slip to wide receiver 4. Sorry, but wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver 2, George Pickens, wide receiver 3, Amari Cooper, then Jake Ferguson. And then if you want to, you got the Jadon Blue, the Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams. But if you want to, you could throw a Kevontae Turpin in the backfield and have him going out. If we are not going to have a plan B with the run game, and we're just going to go into this with plan A, and that's air the ball out all the time, have a plan B in the passing attack. Have a different scheme that people ain't really rocking with or used to in the passing game. And Chris Hannigan, Amari Hampton, swing and a miss. But the thing was, I understand the whole Tyler Booker situation. I'm a fond believer in you only go as far as your offensive line is going to take you. And we had to focus on the offensive line after losing Zach Martin. But believe me, first round, once he went to another team. Ashton Genty. There you go. He went to another team and I completely forgot his name. But once Ashton Genty was off the board, Amari Hampton was the next. Amari Hampton out of North Carolina was the next person on my list, on my big board. I'm not going to say it like I'm a huge draft guy like, Boss Cowboy or Jay Tuck or anybody, but on my board, Amari Hampton was the next name for me. Then it was Travion Henderson. But they need to make it a priority. They got to make this running game a priority. If not, you're completely going against what your head coach really wants to do. Your head coach really wants to make the run game an emphasis and have the pass game branch off of the run game. Jerry Jones wants a pass game. He wants the excitement of 60-yard bombs. He wants the excitement of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb clicking together and us running the NFL and having a top offense, a number 1 offense in the regular season. Not realizing that only translates so far in the postseason. You need something else. And what the something else is that we need, they're kind of neglecting. But I'm hoping to see whoever makes this team as the running back, whether Javonte Williams, good luck this year. Good luck at training camp and trying to solidify your position on the team. Same with you, Miles Sanders. Same with you, Phil Maffa and Jadon Blue, all our running backs. Because at the end of the day, you guys are gonna be the thing that makes us get to where we're gonna be. You're going to help us get to where we want to be. So I ain't going to sit there and down talk our team, down talk the players. But it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle. And I hate to say it, but it continues to remind me of 2021. But hopefully the coaching will be better than 2021. But ice cold. Blue and Williams or Maffa will be a solid 1-2 punch. See, I want to see what Javonte Williams has. And I know we got some Denver Broncos games that we can look back at and show us his run style and everything. But you also have some Denver Broncos bloopers that you can look at as well. That's one thing. Like, I always ask myself, like, we see all the highlights of these players out there and everything like that. Do people ever show the lowlights? If we really want to see what a player struggles with, And that was a thing on Cover 3 yesterday. They were talking about should they get on here and make all these breakdowns about these players because it gets Cowboys Nation overexcited for the players. And that's where I got to come in and I got to say, please, guys, Cover 3, don't change a thing. Rome, J Tuck, DMV, don't change a thing because your videos educate the ones with the football knowledge. Yes, there's going to be some out there that drink the Kool-Aid and everything, but the videos that y'all make helps Cowboys Nation figure out who we have. You know what I'm saying? It helps us figure out, okay, is this guy going to be good for our scheme? Is this guy going to be a good fit in the backfield or wherever the position that, we're looking at? So I beg you, as not a Cowboys content creator, but as a fan of your work, please continue to do what you guys do. Please. Love you guys. Appreciate you. But let's see. We can get back to a few more comments. Joe, what's up, Cowboys Nation? All the way from Italy. Boy, we are across the pond. I love it.
We them boys.
We them boys. Yeah. And that threatens a lot of Eagles fans, too. We them boys. Y'all them boys still? Yep. We'll always be them boys. Michael in the building. What's going on, Michael? Says angry. The Eagles fans and the rest of the NFL are just mad that them boys are America's team and have the biggest fan base in the NFL. That's why they're always trying to compare themselves to us. Exactly. Validation. We could go 0-7. I'm not going to say that. Knock on wood. Things couldn't go our way, and they would still be talking about us. And, they still be talking. Oh, man, Jerry Jones got y'all. Jerry Jones got y'all. No, it ain't got nothing to do about Jerry Jones having us. Y'all talk about him. Like, yeah, we're going to be over here doing our Cowboys thing because we are Cowboys fans. But damn, the 3 and 4 letter networks keep them in the rotation. You guys keep them in your mouths. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's crazy. That validation. We them boys now. We America's team. Shut up. Angry. I know it's a what if, but what if our run game is better than expected? I got you. You are absolutely right, LT Ray. You can have optimism without drinking the Kool-Aid. And I pray that they are better than expected. I hope that, and I believe that's going to be the whole theme for the Dallas Cowboys this year, is that they're going to be better than everybody expects. Are they going to go out there and they're going to be 16-1? Probably not. No. But there's people out there thinking that we're going to go 7-10 again or 8-9. The Cowboys are going to be better than expected. And I'm praying that this offensive line gels the way we think that it's going to gel, because if it does, the floodgates are open. The offensive playbook is open. You can do whatever you want to do once your offensive line is winning the battle. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. So I'm thinking it works in tandem. If the offensive line is better than what it was last year, and hopefully it is, the run game's going to be better than it was last year. Real talk, better than expected. But I want to see whoever's the running back. Get me over a K. Get me over that 1K, please. Give me 1,000. He was a big for me being from Carolina. And the run game is a defense on offense. If defense got to stop the run and scoring on our own. What? Chris, do I got to read that slow? Because, I do need hooked on phonics. He was a big for me being from Carolina. Oh, Rico. You talking about Rico? Let me know. Like I said, my hooked on phonics, I might need you to draw it out in crayon for me a little bit. Ice Cold Cowboy Williams, they say, is 100% healthy. So he's got that rookie season he had. Let's try it. Okay, 100% healthy, 100% ready to go. I'm gonna have to go take a look at his rookie season. As a matter of fact, I'll go take a look at one of the guys breakdowns of Javonte Williams, just to get more familiar with him, because I don't want to sit up here and talk shit about a player. I don't even really know the player's stats. Like Javonte Williams may turn out to be better than Rico Dowdle. So I am going to have to do my homework on that. I'm going to have to do my due diligence. All right, LT Cowboy, what are you saying? Angry, bashing rival football teams is a NFL tradition. Why change that now? I don't bash the Washington Commanders 365 days out of the year. I'll bash you whenever it's time to play you. And yes, that rivalry comes together when it's time to play. When that week comes up, we in the game before y'all. Now we're thinking about the Washington Commanders. Let's whoop them. Let's get them. But bashing and rivalries, I'm sorry, that's not who I am 365 days a year. A rivalry doesn't determine how I fan. You know what I'm saying? So NFL tradition, I don't know so much about that. Yes, there's rivalries in the NFL. Like, that's a tradition. Rivalries are a tradition. But that's kind of like saying a Cowboys fan going to a Philadelphia Eagles game in Philly wearing his Cowboys jersey and gets beat up. That's NFL tradition? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's dumb assery. Real talking. I ain't got time for dumb assery. True Cowboy. The run game is going to be fine. McCarthy didn't run. McCarthy did run. You look at like the ratio pass to run. McCarthy did run. I think I think when McCarthy ran, how McCarthy ran, what plays McCarthy would pick, what formations he would run out of. Why are we running out of shotgun all the time? So I believe we did run the ball because Skywalker Still, he actually, because I had the same look at it. True Cowboy. I had the same look. Like, McCarthy didn't even run the ball. And Skywalker Still had to pretty much sit me down during his live. Like, listen, he did run the ball. Look at these numbers. He did run the ball. But the timing, when he chose to run the ball, how he chose to run the ball, who he ran the ball with, that all plays a factor. So, but at the end of the day, McCarthy is that ending factor. And like you said, to us, he didn't run the ball. But to the analytics, he didn't run the ball properly. And don't listen to worry about the haters angry. That's what they do. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate because, in my everyday life, I don't like to hang around haters. I don't like haters to be in my presence, because if they'll hate on, if a person goes, hey, you know about this other dude, he doing this, that, and the third, he doing this, that, and the... So what are you saying to the other dude about me doing this, that, and the third? Me trying to better myself, better my situation. You over here talking about this man bettering himself, but what do you say about me bettering myself to the other people? So I don't rock with the hatred on the outside, outside of YouTube. I don't rock like that. So I really don't rock with it here. And I guess that's why I have a zero tolerance for it here. Chris says, Angry, I love your content and share around my groups and groups I'm a part of. Give me something. Let me rewind that. And groups I'm a part of give me something to contribute. There you go. Jeez, God, boy, you can tell I've been on for a minute because I'm over here stuttering and scrambling and scraping. But I appreciate you being a part of what we do here. I appreciate you being a part of the Angry Cowboys fan family. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. And just like it gives you something to be a part of, it gives me something to be a part of. You know, I love being a part of this family. I love getting on here, speaking with each and every one of you, listening to what you have to say whenever you press the link, reading your comments, and just brainstorming and building. You know, building about our Dallas Cowboys, building on football conversation. I love it. Real talk, real talk. But guys, I've been on here for 2 hours. 2 hours. So we might have to go ahead and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta actually smoke me a blunt. But oh boy. So I'll get a couple more. Let's see, Jeremy. Unless Ice Cold, they want him the building to mentor Blue. They want him in the building to mentor Blue because they do have the same style of running like Devontae Williams and Javonte Williams and Phil Maffa. I see. I done jumped into the middle of a damn conversation. I do that a lot. Sorry, guys. I'll be looking at y'all, you know, looking at the camera and everything, and I hop over to the chats, and all of a sudden I done jumped into somebody's shit. Sorry about that. Oh shoot. Running the ball is a style of defense. Exactly. Running the ball is a style of defense, meaning running the ball chews your clock. And when the running the ball chews your clock, it sits your defense. Your defense isn't tired like, you know, like DeMarcus Lawrence. See, when somebody leaves, I almost forget them. Like DeMarcus Lawrence said, running the ball helps everybody. So why not make it a priority? You know what I'm saying? But Cowboys Nation, oh, you saw me with West Coast and the other. You saw me with West Coast and the other creators. Yeah, shout out to West Coast Cowboy. Shout out to the Nefarious One. Shout out to Henny the Moore. And y'all know the Nefarious One is landlord from Alabama with the same handle, right? Y'all know. And what's West Coast? What's West Coast say? Because I'm gonna end it with this. And this is West Coast catchphrase. This is West Coast catchphrase. Never look down because the stars up. But anyway, Cowboys Nation. Oh, yeah. Let me just let y'all know. Facts over feelings will be happening. Facts over feelings will be happening. I just talked to my homie yesterday. Sports Junkie, if you watching this later. If it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. My shit is just ever since the funeral and everything, my days have just been mashing into each other. But we did talk over the phone, and like I said before, if you didn't catch the live before, let me just explain it real quick. Just because everything that I was going through as far as losing my brother and everything, Junkie has given me space on this. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to overwhelm me, but I talked to him the other day and I let him know, like, you know, I tending to keep busy, so we can go ahead and open the door back up to the Facts Over Feelings so that we can get it going again. So it wasn't nothing on Sports Junkie, or it wasn't us falling out or anything like that. It was just how life kind of hit me with a left hook, and coping needed to happen, and he was there to be my brother through the coping, and he continues to be there, and that took precedence over the Facts Over Feelings for right now. But we are going to bring it back, and we're gonna be in full effect, and I hope I have you guys there to witness it. Brandy, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm about to get off though. But I'm gonna put something in the community, the little community forum. Y'all make sure y'all look for it. But I want to ask y'all, what is the best time of day to go live? You know, I want to get back into it, but y'all know me as well. I also don't want to step on toes and be going live when Law Nation's live, or when Skywalker Still's live, or Foot's the King, or Attack on Cowboys. You know, Mark Holmes Big Game James, Game Time Brian, everybody. I don't want to go live and step on people's toes. So y'all let me know when the best time is to go live, and we'll get it in there. But everybody, love you guys. Truly appreciate y'all being here. Truly appreciate y'all rocking with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. And most importantly, I thank you for being DC for life. And also, before you lay your head on that pillow tonight, this isn't the Shannon Sharp, I swear to God. When you lay your head on the pillow tonight, please lift Miss Sadika Charles up in your prayers. Please. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Condolences, Miss Sadiq. And I'm out.